Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, I didn't expect much action today, as I said in the last video. Well, there hasn't been much action. Still want to do another follow-up video before the daily candle closes. A bit earlier than usual, but it's weekend. So we want to take a look at the microstructure here. I want to talk about a few things, a few concepts that I didn't mention in the last video. So first of all, the rally here that we can consider a B wave, for example, or it's actually wave C of B. No? Actually, it might even be a WXY, but we want to keep it simple. So it's an ABC structure. We can track it like that. This is really fragile. Okay, it is a really fragile structure. So be ready for changes. Be ready for adjustments. It is a very, very messy structure to the upside, because we're dealing with a corrective rally. Now, it is possible that it's a 5-wave move as per the white wave count. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. That's still possible, but wave 5 is quite extended. So it doesn't really fit the idea so much anymore that it's a 5-wave move, but it's still valid. So that takes us, based on these two wave counts, we get two support regions that are important. You could, if you're looking for a swing trade, and that is not a recommendation, it's just what I think is reasonable to do for anybody who's looking for a swing trade here. You can see the entire structure here as a triangle, and then, or you can sort of go a little lower, and then obviously we have two support areas. The lower one is really what matters, unless you're really in the microstructures, but for a swing trade, it would be the lower support area. It's between 57,480 and 54,280. From an Elliott Wave point of view, a way to scale into positions would be when the price comes down, okay, to maybe add a little bit here, adding a little bit more here, adding a little bit more here, and at some point you have to stop out. You could do that below the box, or you could do that below the 6th of September low. Please note that this is, in my interpretation, a B wave pullback, and B waves are fragile structures. Okay, they sometimes even overshoot to the downside. So if you have your stop too tight, you might get stopped out and the price still rallies because the overall pattern might work out. These Fibonacci levels, they are more like areas to watch for, not like necessarily precise levels, even though very often the price really accurately reaches them, turns around, but they're more like areas of interest to watch. And sometimes for B waves especially, they sometimes might break them before we go higher. But this is overall the idea that this is the area where the opportunity is, okay, for a long trade, in my view. Or we might never get there, but that's why you always can start a little bit smaller up here. I have to say as well that I don't see this as a high confidence structure, this larger ABC. It might easily break. Okay, so probabilities for support to hold are low based on the following. Based on the structure here, which is extremely messy. Okay, based on the idea that this is an A wave. It's not a wave 1, it's an A wave, and it's part of a larger ABC structure in wave 3 of a diagonal. So it's really a low confidence structure. We have to be ready for changes and surprises here. So I don't have a high, or let's say I don't have, I'm not very convinced about this structure. I'm not very convinced that support holds. It's a fragile structure. It's likely going to change. And that's exactly what Elliott Wave is telling us here. We have to be ready for changes. So that might mean you don't want to be too aggressive. You might want to trade smaller. You just want to be a bit more careful. Maybe you avoid it altogether. That's entirely up to you. I can only explain the structure to you. In the short term, the yellow count allows for direct upside continuation, even though the greater opportunity would lie down here. So if we really break the upper support, this is what is really interesting, but we might never get there, okay? So in the yellow wave count, we could go higher more directly with micro support between 59,180 and 59,970. Any break below 59,180 would be a first indication that a larger B wave, as highlighted in white, is actually unfolding. I mean, that is what I'd be looking forward to get the price down there, but we might never get there. Okay, so it requires we need some evidence, yeah, to get an idea that the price is really starting to travel towards this region. So, and overall, however, I'm watching for higher prices, as I said, in the last few days. So this could happen either directly, as long as we're holding 59,180, we could move up in wave 5 of 3, then 4, 5, and we go higher as per this count, or we first get a decent pullback. There would be an opportunity, and then we can rally from there. But as I said, even though I'm expecting that, I'm very flexible about those expectations. It's not a very strong opinion I have there. Ready for surprises. That's what the overall market context is telling me in this case. But it is reasonable to expect the price to get to 67K. Why is that? That comes from the context. Fibonacci extensions. We take the length of this initial rally from the 5th of August low, and we compare that with the current rally, and 67K is a key target for that B wave. That's at least what I'd like to see, as long as support is holding. Yeah? Maybe even higher. 74K is the next main level above, but that's a completely different story. Let's first see if we can get to 67K. Before I forget, you voted again on Twitter, on X, for a coin for me to analyze. I did that today. I already uploaded the video. It's for Casper. A lot of people voted for not KAS Casper. No, it's CSPR. You also voted. Well, you could choose between a few, but people wanted to see Casper, probably because it's coming down quite strongly. So that's on Twitter if you're interested. Link is in the description. And then I think at the moment all eyes need to be on the upper support region. As I said today, we don't really expect much. This looks a little bit now like a 5-wave move down, but it's a really strong time frame, a small time frame. So it might be that if 59,180 is breaking, that this would just be the A wave, then we get a B wave bounce before we come down in wave C. I mean, this is what I'd like to see ideally, because there's an opportunity there. I find that the clearer structure, you know, but I have to put yellow onto the chart because of the extension of that 5th wave in white, which is quite aggressive. So that's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.